Hi everyone! In this video we are going to find the domain given a graph. Use the graph of the function to find its domain and range in interval notation. Let's go ahead and find the domain first. Domain means that we are looking for the x values. The range is looking for the y values. So the domain is the x-axis, and we're going to find if there's any restrictions from left to right for this function. Looking at the graph, this one continues to go on. It just cuts off at the end, and so we can assume that it's going to continue going, which means that it's going to keep going and going and going no matter how far we zoom out. This means that it'll continue going this direction, which is negative infinity. And then this continues to interact with the x-axis clear until we get to here. And now we don't go anymore, so I don't need to move this way at all. I can ignore the domain over there, those x values, and it ends at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is positive 7, so the domain is going to go from negative infinity, and we don't include infinities, so it's a parenthesis, and we get all the way to 7, and then the graph stops there. And at positive 7, it's a closed circle. That means that it is a bracket to include positive 7. Now let's go ahead and look for the range going up and down, starting at the bottom and moving up. We're going to see how far down I'm going to go, and since this graph continues to go, it's going to keep going and going. That means that it's going to interact with our y-axis here from negative infinity. And then it's going to continue up. I can see that there's a y value clear up until here. That's the last y value that we have of our graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is positive 5. And because there is an actual point here at positive 5 here, because the graph goes clear up to 5, that means that I'm going to include the 5. So the range of our graph goes again from negative infinity, and we can't include it, so we use a parenthesis, comma, 5, and we include the 5, so we use a bracket. We have now used this graph to find the domain and range in interval notation.